and boxing. And
baseball topics coming soon.
yes, yes, sir. Yes, sir. So now, last but not least, we head back to Washington.
Whew.
Washington has had a very active offseason this year. Um, I will say this though, it doesn't feel like the other off seasons that the Commanders have usually have. You know, where people say that the Commanders are Super Bowl winners of the off season. They always win the off season. You know, they do a big splash, and it's like, boom, here you go. There we go. They got something. This right here feels different. They filled a bunch of pieces. The biggest splash is what happened yesterday. That's the biggest splash. And that's who we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about a leader on the defensive side of the football. Something that the Commanders desperately needed. Bobby Wagner.
Woo!
Bobby Wagner. Super Bowl champion. Leader. Signed a 1-year deal with the Washington Commanders yesterday. So it's only right that I ask the Commander fan himself, what impact is he going to have on the Commanders next season? How impressive is this move?
I think it is one of those moves where it's like you don't want to get too excited because you're not getting prime Bobby Wagner. It's not like, oh, he's going to come here and be the best linebacker in the league. But at the same time, it's a really good move because you look at the best teams in the NFL, the best defenses in the NFL, I would say, they are really good linebackers. All right? And the linebacker core of your team is very important. And David Mayo, Cody Barton, you know, these are guys I'm dealing with. You know, now this year we got Armstrong from the Cowboys. Thought that was a good pickup, right? Bobby Wagner, I thought that was a really good pickup. Luvu, thought that was a really good pickup. We still got Jamin Davis, you know. So I like what we're doing with the linebacker core. I think Bobby Wagner gonna be a huge difference on our team. Right, he's a Super Bowl champion. Bobby Wagner is also a 9-time Pro Bowler. Bobby Wagner just last year, I think he was either first or second in tackles last year. One thing about Bobby Wagner, he don't miss tackles, and that's the mark of a good defense. Don't miss tackles, right? When you watch the 49ers play, they don't miss tackles, right? When you watch the Ravens.
It's still fresh, Joe. It's still fresh. It's still fresh.
When you watch the Ravens play, they don't miss tackles. When you watch the Chiefs play, they don't miss tackles. Now, obviously, you miss tackles here and there.
Teddy, you
right?
wrong.
Even y'all, the Patriots, Teddy, like, except for Sam Howell in the third and 22.
Hey, Joe, come on, dog. He also proceeded to throw one of the worst I've seen in my life after that play, so I'll take it.
I know, right? That was the story of Sam. That drive was the story of Sam Howell. Like, that man was balling the whole drive and threw an interception right in the end zone. I'm like, dang, so, but yeah, you know what I'm saying though. Like Bobby Wagner, like that's what happened, and that's why the Eagles wanted CJ. CJ, like his impact is being there. Like him there is going to rub off on the rest of the team, and that's how Bobby Wagner is, his leadership and everything like that. And that's when you have an inside linebacker that's a great leader like that, who has some, he reminded me. I'm getting reminded me like a London Fletcher for us. You know what I mean?
That's a good comparison. That's a really good comparison.
London Fletcher came here. He wasn't here first. He was with the Bills. You know what I mean? Then he came here with us, and then he brought that leadership. He was that glue to the defense, and we became a really good defense when he got here. You know, so that's what I'm feeling. And Joe Witt, man, woof, he about to start cooking this year. I'm excited about Joe Witt. First time being in DC, he got a lot to prove. He feel like he's been ready. Everywhere he's been, they've been turnover machines. That's what we've been asking for us to be, turnover machines, right? So I like the move. If I had to give it a letter grade, man, I'm sorry, man. I'm gonna give it an A. I think it's an A. I think it's an A move for the type of team we are. So that's big. And I'm not calling it A because, like, once again, I don't think he's gonna be the best linebacker in the league, even though he was one of the best inside linebackers last year. Right?
Clearly, he was.
When it comes to run defense, right? Run defense, right? I know a lot of people ain't familiar high on Pro Football Focus. He was the second best run stopper last year as far as linebackers. Second best, right? He was rated there. I don't know what number one was, but I know number two.
I know what number one was the way that he said it.
oh, come on, man. All right. Kudos to y'all. All right. What's the name? But I like the move. I'm gonna give it an A. Let's get it. I said Cowboys gonna get him, but shout out to Alan Peters. Shout out to the 49ers. Appreciate you.
Wow, the Dallas Cowboys have shut off comments on all their social media posts after outrage from their fans.
Y'all see, we getting y'all all the news, even in these chats.
Right. Hey, look, if you go look at the doghouse last night, who did I put in the doghouse?
Cowboys.
Yo,
should have put Jerry in there for making that comment. The Cowboys, Jerry.
That's true.
Steven had when he said all in, I mean, when are we not all in? Man, Steven, be quiet, bro.
Exactly. Joe, I have to agree with you. I can't give it anything lower than that. Maybe an A- or a B+. But this is a great move, simply because of the leadership that he brings to this team. That's one thing that I want a lot of people to think about. It. Take the fandom off. Take the fandom off. Take the NFC East hatred off. All fans, just look at the move and look at the player that they signed. This is huge for the Commanders. They're in a new regime, of course. New GM, Adam Peters, first time running the entire thing by himself. He was under John Lynch in San Francisco. He helped us, and now he's out there leading the Commanders with this offseason. He said that he was going to be making moves. And people forget that there's someone else that's helping them out.
Mm-hmm.
And he used to be the GM for the Golden State Warriors. Now, I get it. It's basketball, but championship pedigree is championship pedigree. So they got help from two guys who know something about championships. Well, Adam Peters doesn't know about Super Bowl championships, but he knows about getting them. Magic Johnson is also there. He's the owner. He's a part owner of this team.
Shout out to Cliff Kingsbury.
Trust me. They know exactly what they're doing with this team. And then, Cliff Kingsbury. Got him as DOC. This is the Commanders having Bobby Wagner there on this defense. It's going to help everyone else in this defense. Because if you look at what they had the last few years, who can you outright point to and say they was the leader of that defense? You can't.
Jonathan
Allen. Okay. But what has his impact been as far as everyone else on the team?
He hasn't.
I'm telling you right now, with Bobby Wagner on this team, you're not going to have someone taking plays off. It's not going to happen this time. Now with Bobby Wagner on this team. Oh, that's good. I'll talk about that after I finish my my spill. Like you said, one of the most consistent inside linebackers in the league, one of the best leaders in the game right now. He's going to make sure that he helps this team in every way possible. He's a good cover linebacker as well. People don't talk about that when it comes to Bobby Wagner, but he's a good cover linebacker as well. He's going to help out the defensive line. He's going to make sure everyone is set. He's now the quarterback of that defense. You just help put the quarterback of your defense on the team. He's only there for a year, but that's more than enough time to be able to help this team out, because now everyone else is going to have a different attitude after this season. This is not saying that the Commanders are going to make the playoffs. They're going to make the Super Bowl. We're not talking about that right now. We're just talking about the impact he's going to have on this team, because it is very possible that the Commanders can make the playoffs. It's very possible, especially it depends on who they would draft as a quarterback. That's where it depends at and how everything goes. I'm not saying it's going to happen. I don't quote me wrong. I'm not saying the Commanders are making the playoffs next year. All I'm saying is it's a possibility, and it's also a possibility for this reason alone. When was the last time we had a repeat division winner in the NFC East? It was
2000, something like that.
It was a while ago. It was years ago.
Mm-hmm.
The last few years, it's been the Cowboys and Eagles kind of sort of fighting it out.
We won 2020.
I expect that to happen again this season, but all I'm saying is it's possible that the Commanders could somehow, some way, just shock everybody. It's possible. We don't know.
That would be.
It would be crazy. It would be crazy.
Woo!
But hey, Adam Peters has come in, made a lot of moves, and this is to me the most important sign they had this offseason is signing Bobby Wagner.
Yeah, I would have to agree with you guys. I'm giving you I'm gonna give it a A-. I'm not going for the A because he's not the Bobby Wagner that we know. That we like when he was with Seattle, right? Mm-hmm. But I'm still going in the A range because of what Dave said, that leadership that he's gonna bring. And he's gonna change the locker room.
Culture change.
Yep. He was with Seattle during that Legion of Boom, right? So he knows what it takes to have a great defense, right?
With Dan Quinn.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. So he's gonna like Dave said, he's gonna be a quarterback of that defense. Right? He's gonna make sure everyone's where they're supposed to be, doing their job. Yeah, I got nothing bad to say about this signing, to be honest. I wish I could, but I can't.
Yeah, it's almost nothing bad you can really say about this. For me, that was when I saw this, I was like, that's huge.
Yeah.
Now, like I said, I'm not saying they're gonna make the playoffs and all that stuff, but this defense ain't gonna be what it was last year. I'll tell you that right now. That's not gonna be what it was last year.
Especially with Saquon coming to the Eagles. Mm-hmm. Like that's gonna be huge.
It's huge because now you got somebody gonna have to go head to head against Saquon, and Bobby Wagner is like the perfect person.
Well, we got 2 D tackles up front too. We got Man Payne and John Allen.
Yeah, you do. But what I'm saying is Bobby Wagner also helps. Like in case because Jonathan Allen and Payne not gonna make every play.
Yeah.
But you got Bobby to help make the other play, those plays, the plays that they don't make.
And my man James is gonna be used correctly now. He's gonna be blitzing a lot more. So I can't wait to see this.
Hey.
Ooh, it's gonna be exciting. It's gonna be a good year. We're always excited though. So let's see what happens.
I think an underrated signing by you guys was Jeremy Chin.
The safety. Woo.
Yeah. That too.
Versatile
that too, Teddy.
He can play in the box.
Too. That's oh my gosh, that's crazy.
I think we need another guy next to him though.
Yeah,
we do have like Quan Martin. I'm not sure. Like he was a rookie last year. Quan Martin, I like him too. But
and then Dante Fowler. Well,
I would love to have Simmons.
So this defense is going to be nice. It's not going to be, but it's not going to be what it was last year. I do not expect this to be a bottom tier defense last year. I don't.
We still got to attack the cornerback position too, though. So
no, you do. But remember, the front seven helps out the.
Oh heck yeah!
Can't wait. Mark's prediction about this defense.
That will be entertaining.
All right, let's write this up. All right, get these last words in. With Fowler going off the edge. Is all those crying like, man, I'm sad, or like laughing, crying because he took him and trying to get Gilmore.
He's crying.
Yeah. All All right. Great show, y'all. Great show today. Tomo wasn't here, but he was here. You know what I mean, right? Shout out to Tomo with the big super chat. All right, 1999. That's huge. All right. But shout out to the Kings, man. Like I said, sweat the legacy.